This has been, for my business, this has been a traumatic couple decades. Over 2,000 newspapers have closed. It's really sad for local community reporters who lose jobs when the Pittsburgh paper folds or the Chicago Tribune no longer is a serious newspaper. But there were three papers, I really believe, with national significance who made a difference when doing their job who made a difference for our democracy: the New York Times, the leader, the Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post. The Times and Journal have adapted to serious challenges and are doing great journalism. When Amazon chief Jeff Bezos bought the Post a dozen years ago, he poured resources into it. He said, "This is an American institution. It's about values." He supported a great editor and a really, really great staff. Paper even made money for a few years. But the last couple of years, his interest waned and his involvement waned. He has a new young wife, and he is enjoying the global glitterati. But even more, he wants to curry favor with Trump. His company lavishly funded the comical documentary on Melania Trump, which I think is starting to really, really flounder. Profits and greed became more important to Bezos than the principles and democratic values that he extolled a decade earlier. The Post was losing money. So does that justify what Bezos did this week, pulling the plug, laying off hundreds of employees, and dismantling a great newspaper? No. He stopped investing. You don't build a newspaper. You don't try to turn something that's a loss into profits by downsizing, by getting rid of people, by firing people. That's been proven time and time again. Look instead what the Journal and Times have done. And he had second-rate people at the head of the business department, which caused more financial drain. But secondly, Bezos is worth over $250 billion. So losing $70 million a year is chump change. Not much more than he spent on his exotic Venice wedding last summer. Jeff Bezos is going to be remembered as a brilliantly successful business entrepreneur, extraordinarily wealthy, who once had values and sacrificed them for greed and closeness to Trump. It really is a disgrace.